Pinocchio. Oh, they did.
George.
Oh, isn't that Lions rapping around the block at the Bird Theater and Eddie Weaver on the organ?
Kevin is doing a video with Keith.
I don't care.
I mean, George, you're not in the video.
Playing the organ.
I don't care. How about that?
I mean, George, how depressing it must be.
I don't give a fuck. I'm not depressed, man. I don't give a fuck.
I mean, here, Kevin.
I'm happy. Kevin can do what he wants.
Oh, he was at the Coliseum.
Kevin can do whatever he fucking wants to do. I don't give a fuck.
I don't know. I think it bothers you just a little tidbit.
What you've been calling nonstop, and I'm getting sick of it. What do you want?
I've been trying to get a hold to you.
Well, maybe I don't want to talk to you.
George, you and me have been together for years now.
Yeah, like cancer and unwilling participant.
I mean, George, we've been together for years.
What the fuck do you want, man? Because I'm right now in the middle of fucking someone.
You're in the middle of what?
I'm in the middle of fucking a girl right now. What do you want?
Oh. How's the gymnasiums treating you? Have you gone back?
I go when I can.
Oh. Well, how have you been? What's new and old? How have you been? I mean, here I see Kevin here with this Keith Allen guy.
Yeah, well, that's good for Kevin. Yeah, that's good. He can be with him all he wants. He can rub his dick.
I mean, he's live right now.
Well, he's been blowing Keith. So in case you need to know.
So it does bother you.
Well, no, I don't really give a fuck. To tell you the truth.
So it does bother you just a little bit.
Why don't you, since you're so buddy with Van Allen, why don't you ask to appear on the show with Van Allen?
I thought about it, but I was afraid that it would, upset you if I did.
I could care less.
I mean, I got a couple characters.
Be on that show with Van Allen, and then be there with Kevin, and you and Kevin can form a dick waddling session.
Why would you be so angry at Kevin and I?
Well, you want to fuck Kevin, so go ahead and fuck him.
I mean, I want to be on a show where my presence and talent is appreciated.
Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. Listen. What else do you want right now? Because I'm in the middle of something.
I mean, I want to be on the show, George.
Okay. Well, why don't you get on the Spanish network?
The birthday bash is coming up soon.
Yeah. And what's your point?
I want to come.
Yeah, people in hell want ice water too.
I don't want to have to show up to that coffee shop on Forest Hill.
What are you talking about?
Where the birthday bash is held.
Where is it held?
The coffee shop on Forest Hill.
Oh, is that where it's being held at?
Isn't that where y'all did it last time, Crossroads?
No, we never did it at Crossroads, to tell you the truth. But if you want to think that, that's fine.
Well, I want to come to the birthday bash.
Well, I said people in hell want ice water, too.
Can I rent the room again?
You can rent whatever room you want to rent, but you're not going to rent the room I'm in.
George, I'll rent the room.
Everything's paid for. It's paid for.
Why can't I come, George?
Well, let's see, because A, Kristen is going to be there. Need I say more?
Can't she be adult enough to keep her pussy closed while I'm around long enough to enjoy your birthday?
I have no desire for that, and she's not wanting you there, so therefore I don't want you there.
But I want to come, George.
Well, I'm saying, people in hell right now that have died, that went to hell, they're right now in the rotisserie burning for their sins.
is
they're begging for a glass of water.
Kevin's not coming, is he?
You said that. I didn't.
I don't think Kevin's coming.
Why don't you ask him?
Well, from what I understand, him and Keith Allen have a show that night.
Well, that's good. What night is that?
Your birthday. It's right around the corner.
Okay. Well, my birthday's the 16th.
I know. Next Thursday.
Birthday's the 16th, so there you go. So I guess he's not coming.
I mean, that's gonna suck, man. You need to call Kevin and work it out.
But you see, the thing is, I don't care. That's the thing. My true compadres will be there.
I mean, the goons basically know that Kevin has replaced you with Keith.
Maybe I might have replaced Kevin with someone.
But you haven't.
You don't know that.
I do.
No, you don't. Just because you haven't seen the show doesn't mean you know that for sure.
You got
what if I tell you that I replaced Kevin with Sherry?
You got Vince, Kristen, and that old retard who plays the fiddle.
Okay. I got a whole lot more than that, too.
Why can't we be Facebook friends?
Who's to say that I didn't replace Kevin with Sherry?
Because you did.
You don't know that.
You and Kevin have a chemistry together, according to you.
Uh-huh. All right, what else do you need?
Why have you ignored me so much?
Kind of like a cancer patient in remission ignoring cancer.
Yeah, but George, I'm a good man.
Yeah, well, so is Gaddafi, right? And Adolf Hitler, right?
I mean, what do you? I mean, how are you going to deal with this when Kevin has just totally abandoned you?
You can call it whatever you can call it whatever you want to call it.
He abandoned you for Keith Allen?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. No one actually told me this. I didn't get the memo on it.
Well, at least once a week, Kevin, like they're doing tonight.
The very first one, the coconuts, they're all pretty well directed or fairly well.
And does these videos with Keith Van Allen.
Well, great. God bless him. What do you want me to say?
I want to know what you did so bad that caused him to eventually just say no more, George.
How do you know I told him no more?
Because it's impossible.
How's it impossible for me to tell him no more?
Because you know what happened, George.
You have no idea what happened, and you don't know what happened. You're assuming. And when you assume things, you make an ass out of yourself.
I mean, George, all I can do is be reasonable.
Well, you can assume. And when you assume things, you make an ass out of you, me, and Uma Thurman.
But George, I mean, you've lost everyone for Kristen.
I've lost everyone but Kristen.
I mean, you tried so hard to run me away.
How do you know who I've lost?
Because Kevin doesn't give a damn. He's moved on. He's almost said so. I mean, he's as much as said so.
Oh, did he say so on Keith's show?
Oh, yes.
What did he say on Keith's show?
That is, to me, is the funniest thing the Markler's ever. And there's a lot of funny things, and I find them all funny. But I really laugh every time I see that from A Day at the Races. Catch a Tootsie Frutti.
You hear him? He said the funniest thing Will Marklin's ever done.
Yeah. You think that's what he's talking about?
You heard it.
The part that Groucho would normally play. Well,
you think that's what he's talking about, right?
That's what he said.
You have no clue to know what he's talking about.
Keith Van Allen does. He's sitting there with your boy.
Yeah. He has no idea you have no idea what they're talking about. I'll tell you this much. Their show is good for one thing.
Comic relief.
Nah, no, their show's good for one thing is hearing insomnia. Hearing insomnia, that's the only thing it's good for.
But here Kevin is dressed up, wearing his little suit, sitting beside Keith Van Allen in somebody's attic with the window.
Yeah, well, maybe they're in a relationship now. Who knows?
I mean, why did you and Kevin finally break up? I mean, for 30 years you guys have been together.
Yeah, well, why does anyone? You're assuming that.
So it's just pretty obvious he's left.
You are assuming that, and you can assume that all you want. Yeah.
And it seems to me he's just moved on.
Okay, well, then if you think that, then you think that. If that's what he told you, then then go ahead. Believe what he told you.
They're gonna file the lawsuit on your birthday.
Okay. Well, they can do whatever they want. I don't give a fuck.
Marty said that in Discord.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
They've been going to Magic Matt's house lately.
Yeah, I'm sure they're getting a lot out of that, right?
Oh, I got tons of pictures of his house. Where he's staying is boarded up. Or
I'm sure they're getting a lot out of that, which is nothing.
Well, they've been to his house. They've got a bunch of people.
All right, whatever. Now it's going to the sublime, to the ridiculous, to now pissing me off.
Why
okay?
is it upsetting you? They've got pictures of talking to Magic.
That's fine, okay? And I don't give a fuck. And they're not going to be able to do any fucking lawsuit against me because they have no fucking way. No lawsuit against me. They have no fucking way. And my friend at the Richmond Times-Dispatch is informing me. My friend at the Richmond Times-Dispatch is informing me of anything that goes wrong or goes on.
Well, what if Kevin turns against you? I mean,
what if your dick falls off? What if the fucking black plague? What if you become black? What if you turn black? Let's see. What if basically, I don't know, you drop to one knee and start blowing off that old man. What's that guy's name? Henry somebody. I forget his name now.
McLaughlin?
Yeah, why don't you start blowing it and you start getting one knee and blowing off Henry McLaughlin?
Oh, George, you've got to understand. Trump 2020.
Biden Clinton 2020. Okay?
I'm just trying to figure out why Kevin's still here.
Well, why don't you ask him?
I used to say I'd be a big whale. Imagine what happened when this happened.
Why don't you go ahead and ask him what he said? What he says to that? Why don't you go on to that show and ask? Since you're friends with Keith, right? Since you're friends with Keith, why don't you ask them? I know you want to ask them. Well, go ahead and ask them.
I mean, why shouldn't me and Keith be friends?
Well, you're friends already, right? I had to delete Keith.
Have you deleted Kevin?
Why are you asking?
I mean, I'm friends with him.
You're not friends. You're not friends with Keith. I mean Kevin.
I am.
You're friends with Kevin?
Yeah.
I doubt that seriously.
So 7 hours ago, he shared a picture of a doctor, paper or plastic. 19 hours. I had some really bad sex last night. I can only imagine I was someone else. Why can't he and I be friends? I mean, you're just mad because everybody that you think should hate everyone else likes me.
Okay, well, good. So you formed a. I bet you Kevin would deny it, Lo, to me that he's been, that he befriended you.
He may.
Kevin would deny it up and down that he befriended you.
He doesn't want to hurt your feelings.
No, I don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck. To tell you the truth.
The night of the birthday, him, Keith, and I will be doing a show.
Well, great.
I don't want it to be that way.
Well, let it be that way. Because I don't give a fuck.
Oh,
You understand? I don't give a fuck. You understand what I'm saying to you?
I mean, Hank Cook, he and I've had a couple conversations.
What about Hank Cook?
Hank, he thinks all the foolishness of your hate should just, has to stop.
Oh, is that right? Well, I will talk to Hank about that.
I mean, he thinks that, just everybody's got to hate. Enemies, drawing lines, like everybody's tired of that shit.
Okay. All right, well, good. Anything else?
I mean, George, I'm sorry that it's working out like this. I'm glad that Keith, broke the ice.
Keith is good for Boris the Butler. Keith played Boris the Butler very well on my show. Other than that, his show is a snooze fest.
But he's doing shows and getting views, and you're doing shows and hiding them.
Yeah, well, who's to say that I'm doing shows the way that I want to do shows, and I will be bringing them out on YouTube pretty soon. How about that?
I still haven't seen them.
Well, I haven't put them up yet. That's why you haven't seen them. The beauty of it is I'm in control. That's the beauty of it.
When I show up at the birthday bash, how angry are you going to be? You going to let me stay?
I don't want you, first of all, you have no idea where it's going to be at. And then second of all, I'm going to ask you not to come. Okay?
Are you going to let me stay?
I'm going to ask you not to come because Kristen is going to be there, and I don't want you to upset Kristen.
I won't make a scene.
She's going to go off on you, and I don't want that.
Her and I can get over our differences. I'll pay her the other $60 I owe her. Shit.
And you're not going there because you're not recording shit.
I won't record it.
Not recording fucking jack shit. You're not going there. You're playing something.
I want to come.
Well, again, people have died and went to hell want to, get off the rotisserie and stop burning, and they want a glass of water. But are they going to get one? No.
But George, if you let me come, then
I'm sick. Let you come.
I mean, if you let me come, then I won't have to forcefully come.
If you look, first of all, forcefully come. What do you mean forcefully come?
I force myself in there.
Well, you have no idea where it's at, for starters. And second of all, even if you did, you will be asked to leave.
But if I do that, I'm going to have to show up with Lysol cans and...
You will be asked to leave or then shown the door.
I'll have to wear props and...
All right, listen, what is the fucking point of this phone call?
I want you to let me come to the show.
Okay.
I mean, I want to be there. I don't want to have to, show up and sit in the back and record the whole thing. I don't want that.
Well, you're not going to because you're not going to be there.
But why?
You're not going to because you're not going to be there. That's why. Okay.
So you're going to make
anything else?
You're going to make this difficult.
I don't know what you're talking about, for starters. And second of all, if I tell you I don't want you there, then you should understand that I don't want you there. Now, I say to you on the phone right now, I don't want you there, then you should understand that I don't want you there.
But I don't want to come.
Well, people in hell want to leave hell. But are they going to? These statues that have been taken down, the people want the statues back up. They're not going back up. They want them back up. They're not going back up. So there's a lot of things that people want, but the question is it going to happen? And then more likely than it's not.
What do you think Jamie would say about all the statues?
I don't think she would care. I kind of care because it's kind of the Richmond's history. And I think it's ridiculous.
Every one they've taken down, I've been there.
I think it's ridiculous that LeVar Stoney even has a job still.
Well, he's a nigga.
Well, I don't think he's. I think he needs to be fired. Is what I think. That's what I think.
Trump 2020. All right, I'm gonna get off here and go to bed. Seriously, reconsider. I'm gonna do a show with Keith.
Joseph Biden, 2020. Okay.
I don't want to have to do a show with Keith.
Well, I don't care what you do. You can do a show with the fucking devil if you want. You actually have.
Kevin is through. He's through
Well,
with the embarrassment.
If you say so.
That's what he said.
What did he say?
He's through with the embarrassment.